Hello, friends. This weekend is the Feast of the Transfiguration. And I have to say, these visions that we have in the book of Daniel and what the disciples experienced on the Mount is very challenging for us. And I believe the reason why they are so challenging is because we all tend in our culture to live in our own little subjective selves. We're not aware of the fact that what we sense, what we think, and our experience is really only a very, very, very little small sliver of reality. Okay? And so we don't live in the objective world of the creation and God above. We kind of just sort of live in our little space, So to get really into this, we have to use our imagination, right? We've got to really enter into these visions because that's what it helps us to do. It helps us to see the big picture. Daniel sees God. He is wearing a white robe and he's got a white dazzling beard and he's enthroned upon a fiery chariot, the throne of God. Now, these are all images that God reveals himself to the prophet, impressing it on his mind, because we really know that God doesn't have a white beard. Okay? No, I'm not wearing this white beard here to be like God. Okay? These are images that the prophet is allowed to see to help him understand the nature of God Almighty. I mean, he's called the Ancient of Days. He's beyond everything as far as age can be. He's above and beyond time. And so there's a certain quality of agelessness that is given to him, and of course his power, and you can't stand before his purity. Okay, so this whole vision is like on stage in heaven. Okay, and then we see something very surprising: the son of one like the Son of Man coming toward him, riding on the clouds. Okay, this is all imagery in the ancient world of divine movement. Whoever the Son of Man is, he's given power and dominion, and is, even though identified as the Son of Man, that is one like man, he's God. Okay, so this vision really is the beginnings of what we might call a subsequent vision that we have, and that's connected to it in Transfiguration. But now it's not up in heaven, it's on earth, on a real mountain, and Jesus Christ is declared the Son of God in the flesh, and the disciples see this most probably with their own fleshly eyes. And the upstart of the whole thing is this: the words that are proclaimed by the Father. This is my Son in whom I'm well pleased. Listen to him. Okay. Now, I don't think we're very obedient people. I think my generation's a generation of rebels. We don't think in terms of obedience, okay? Do we ask ourselves, have I been obedient today? The thought never probably crosses our mind. And again, it's because we're living in our own little subjective world, and we basically do what we want, right? Let's be truthful about it. Are we obedient to Jesus as Jesus is obedient to the Father? And I think that the reason why we don't even think in terms of obedience is because we don't see the big picture. If we live by our imagination in these visions, and they become ours by reading them, part of our narrative, then we will be quick to bend the knee. That we will grasp the fact that we have to listen to Jesus. And by that, we have to be obedient like Jesus. So I've been wrestling with this for the last few days, and it's a hard one for us. And so I'd like to have you think about that as we approach the this Feast of Transfiguration. And God bless you.